U.S. Ambassador Donald Blome has announced an additional $30 million in humanitarian assistance to support flood-affected populations in Pakistan. This new funding brings the United States' total assistance to Pakistan for flood response, food security, and disaster preparedness and capacity building efforts to $97 million this year. U.S. Ambassador made the announcement during a visit with USAID's implementing partner, ACTED, in the Shikarpur district of Sindh.
And I'd like to begin by expressing my deepest condolences for the people who have suffered from these horrific floods. Today, I am very pleased to announce an additional $30 million in humanitarian assistance to support the flood response, bringing the total amount of U.S. government assistance to more than $97 million.
He helped to distribute emergency shelter and hygiene kits to flood-affected people. Ambassador Blome also traveled to Makhno village where USG emergency shelter kits are being used as temporary housing by the flood-affected community. While there, he spoke with flood victims to learn about the impact of the flooding and understand their needs. The new funding will expand efforts to address immediate needs, scaling up assistance to the most affected communities and enabling USAID to reach more than 2 million people. With the additional funding, the U.S. government through USAID will provide life-saving food, nutrition, and health assistance to mitigate increased food insecurity and malnutrition resulting from the impact of the floods, as well as curb the rise of diseases resulting from stagnant flood waters. The new funding will also provide shelter supplies to help families rebuild, as well as winterization kits to help families prepare as cold weather approaches. And because women and girls are disproportionately impacted by natural disasters like flooding, the United States is providing increased protection support to prevent gender-based violence as well as provide support for survivors. Finally, logistic supports to partners will help accelerate the delivery of relief assistance to those in need. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said, grateful to U.S. government for the announcement of an additional $30 million in humanitarian assistance for flood victims. With the start of winter, challenges of food, health and shelter still persist. World should promptly contribute to UN aid appeal to mitigate the impact of tragedy. Foreign Minister Bilal Bhutto Zardari took to the Twitter to state, U.S. Ambassador has announced an additional $30 million of assistance. We are grateful to our American friends for their consistent support in this difficult time.